So before we start the video, I'd like to ask you guys to please consider subscribing to the channel and liking the video, as it helps the channel grow. So, let's get into it. Alright, so week 12 of the NFL season is coming to a close, and for the Chicago Bears, they are able to edge out a win on Monday Night Football against the Minnesota Vikings. In this video, as always, I'm going to give my recap on what I saw during the game, give my grades for offense, defense, special teams, and coaching, and without further ado, let's get into it. What's up, guys? KT here, back at another video. Today, we're doing the Bears. The Bears are able to edge out a 12-10 win on Monday Night Football in a game that was ugly from the start. A lot of ups, a lot of downs, a lot of positives, a lot of negatives. But at the end of the day, the Bears finally were able to win their first divisional game. But I'm not going to hold you off for too much longer. Let's get straight into the meat of the video. The main question everybody wants to know, how did Justin Fields play on Monday night? A lot of ups, a lot of downs, but he came through for us in the end. He was 27 of 37 for 217 yards passing, only averaged 8 yards per throw, took 3 sacks, and had an 87.3 quarterback rating. Justin Fields was Mr. Jekyll and Dr. Hyde, and you know, there was a lot of ups and a lot of downs. He had 2 fumbles in a game. There were some plays where he looked really good with his playmaking. He was making plays from the pocket, making throws. The 2 fumbles really hurt. He turned the ball over twice. But at the end of the day, he was able to get us the win. He led us on a game-winning drive in which he hit DJ Moore. I don't think he was really helped by the play calling at all in this game. You know, they threw a lot of stuff behind the line of scrimmage. That was a really frustrating thing about this game. But you can look up the tweets on my Twitter. I thought the game was over after that second fumble. I'm not a guy to go back on what I said. But at the end of the day, for all the people who complaining like he should have made that throw to DJ Moore because he was wide open, there are 64 other quarterbacks who can make that throw. At the end of the day, when the game is on the line, this was the main criticism about him as well. He couldn't win a game under 2 minutes. He couldn't lead a game-winning drive. He turns the ball over when the pressure is on him in the fourth quarter. At the end of the day, he got on the field. He ran for a first down, held on to the ball with 2 hands, so he learned from that previous fumble. Instead of taking sacks, he threw the ball away on that drive and got them to a 3rd down. Then they survived for another down. On the 3rd down, DJ Moore is able to get open, wide open, and he makes that throw from the pocket. Not skittish, you know, not trying to run. He sits in the pocket and delivers a strike to DJ Moore. At the end of the day, I want my best player going to my other best player. I don't care who it is. DJ Moore is supposed to come open on that play. So for all the people complaining about he should have made that throw, yeah, he should have. But that's what you expect from a quarterback, a franchise quarterback, a guy that you think can be your franchise. I thought he had a lot of negatives. The turnovers, the pocket presence. But at the end of the day, he made the throw that they needed him to make, and they won the game. Point blank, period. There should be no agendas attached to this. I mean, it is what it is. He made the throw. They won the game. Be happy with it. Rushing the ball. The Bears did not rush the ball good on Monday night. I did not like the running game at all. Fields led the team in rushing with 59 yards, but it was not really good at all. I felt like the Bears would have did better running the ball right up the middle, but they tried a lot of toss plays. They tried a lot of stuff to the perimeter. Roschon Johnson had 35 yards and only averaged 3 yards per carry. Khalil Herbert only got 6 attempts for 24 yards and 4 yards per carry. I thought he could have played a little bit more. The running backs weren't all that great, especially Roschon on some of his pass blocking attempts. He's a rookie, so I'm going to give him a little bit of slack for that. But a lot of times when he missed blocks, that would lead to a lot of fumbles, or it would lead to Fields getting sacked and killing the drive. But as far as the running game, the play calling didn't help them at all. If they ran the ball at all, it was always a toss play or something to the outside. So not really a good day for the rushing. For the receiving, DJ Moore was finally able to eclipse 1,000 yards receiving. Good claps for that. He had 11 receptions for 114 yards, and of course made the big catch at the end of the game. Other than that, Cole Kmet had 43 yards. Roschon Johnson was the 3rd leading receiver with 40 yards. I felt like they weren't put in a position to impact the game because you run the screen plays all the time. But I'm happy for DJ Moore. A lot of people thought his career would go down the drain here in Chicago, and he's having one of his best years. So overall, I'm going to give the offense a C-. I felt like they had to overcome a lot of hurdles with the play calling to be able to be successful. Of course, they couldn't capitalize on the 4 turnovers the defense gave them. But at the end of the day, your 2 best offensive players came through for you in the clutch, and they were able to win the game. So for that, they got to get a little bit of kudos. So I'm going to give them a C-. Now, this defense played really, really good. Everybody deserves, a shout out. The turnovers, the sacks, the constant pressure. The defense played lights out. They were able to hold a very good Vikings offense with, a rejuvenated quarterback in Josh Dobbs. They held them to only 10 points, and when they needed to get the ball back to their offense, they did. Terrell Smith was the leading tackler on the team. Really like how he's been playing. Tremaine Edmonds, he was the second leading tackler on the team. TJ Edwards was flying all over the field. The secondary was able to force turnovers. Jalen Johnson had one. Jaquan Brisker had one. Kyler Gordon had one. All 3 of your starting corners and DBs had one. Montez Sweat, he got his second sack as the Bear, and he also had a sack and a half this game. One guy that's going under the radar for me is Gervon Dexter. He's been playing really well. You're seeing it with him, the size, the athleticism, the ability to get off the ball quickly. Just give him a few more, give him another year and he'll be much, much better. The Bears still need another pass rusher. Yannick Ngakoue was ineffective, and he went out in the game with an injury. But overall, I felt like the Bears defense played really, 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 really well. I'm going to give them an A+. They did their thing. They forced turnovers. They got sacks. They did everything that they needed to do to be able to topple this Vikings offense. That's cool. I like that. Still some holes, some missed tackles, some of the penalties to clean up, but I really like the way they played on Monday night. Special teams, A+. Cairo Santos came through in the clutch, got 5 field goals on the day, with one of them being the game winner. He also hit from 55. He was our only source of points. The Bears did not score any touchdowns despite having 4 turnovers on the day. Cairo, he came through, always been a very good kicker. He bounced back from that miss he had earlier in the game. They can an A+, man. I love having Cairo on the team. He's accurate, and he came through for us when we needed him to. So hats off to the special teams guys. And of course, coaching, I will say this, the offensive play calling was absolutely terrible. I counted 14 screens in the game. One of them came on a crucial second down when you needed to drive down the field, which then, resulted in a third down in which Justin Fields fumbled. The offensive play calling was not good. They got bailed out by DJ Moore being very, very good, and on a lot of plays, they got bailed out by Justin Fields being really, really good. But I will give, Matt Eberflus some credit with his defense. He had those guys flying all over the field. He was dialing up blitzes. His pass rush was getting home. The guys were covering. There were some shaky moments with the defensive play calling, but I felt like he called a really good game. They were able to force turnovers on Josh Dobbs, and that's all you want. If they continue to play like this, and they keep building talent on that offense, this Bears team can be deadly. I still don't like this coaching staff. I still want them fired. In fact, I still want them fired after this game for the performance they put up on offense. But I'm going to give them a C- just because, the defensive play calling and the way they played on Monday was spectacular. So I'm going to give the coaching staff C-. But overall, the Bears were able to squeak out a win on Monday Night Football in a terrible game. They got the bye week coming up before they face the Detroit Lions. We'll see how that game goes. But I'm going to get up out of here. If you guys enjoyed the video, please consider subscribing to the channel and liking the video, as it helps the channel grow. Hit that notification bell so you get notified every time I drop one of these Bears videos. As always, follow me on social media, as there's bound to be news coming out about the Bears. As always, thank you guys for watching. Bear down, and I'm out. Peace.